Hello, my name is Shohei Matsuura, and I'm a disaster risk reduction expert of JICA, or Japan International Cooperation Agency, based at the Malaysia-Japan International Institute of Technology, UTM Kuala Lumpur. This is a video message to commemorate the 2011 Hulu Langat Landslide disaster and representing the disaster risk management and reduction project that we are implementing with the Selangor state government. I would like to briefly introduce the project that we're implementing in Selangor. The name of the project is Strengthening the Disaster Risk Reduction Capacity to Improve the Safety and Security of Communities by Understanding Disaster Risk. We call it SeDAR project for short, and we are partnering with the International Research Institute of Disaster Science of Tohoku University, Japan, MJIIT UTM Kuala Lumpur, and the Disaster Management Unit of the Selangor State Government, and other partners including Sendai City. The main concept of this project is to bring the disaster science to build capacity of local governments and communities to cope better with disasters, and more importantly, to prevent future disasters. So the three key concepts of this project is first, to understand better the disaster risks. Second, to empower and strengthen local government and communities to cope better with disaster risks. And finally, to sustain these activities, possibly to duplicate in other districts in Selangor. Our key milestone achievement of this project so far has been the Disaster Risk Report, which is the first key pillar of this project. The Disaster Risk Report has been handed over to your Chief Minister, who has encouraged us to continue with the effort and work with the communities to further strengthen and build the disaster resilience of the communities. We have also conducted risk communication sessions in all of our target districts, including Hulu Langat. In Hulu Langat, we saw very active participation from your local leaders, and I sincerely appreciate your active participation to these sessions. We are currently developing a training module for local governments and community leaders to utilize the scientific evidence to plan disaster risk reduction activities in your communities. The Japanese partners and experts are still committed to work together with the Selangor state government and the local districts, including Hulu Langat, by sharing our knowledge and experience and skills in disaster risk reduction for safer communities in Selangor State.
Hello everyone, greetings from Japan in Sendai. I'm Takako Izumi, Associate Professor of the International Research Institute of Disaster Science under Tohoku University. In cooperation with UTM and the Selangor Disaster Management Unit, and with the financial support by JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, we have been implementing a project in Malaysia, strengthening the disaster risk reduction capacity to improve the safety and security of communities by understanding disaster risks since 2018. And Hulu Langat is one of the project target areas. The Tohoku region in Japan and Hulu Langat were affected by a tragic disaster event in 2011. We were struck by the earthquake and tsunami in the Tohoku region and lost nearly 20,000 lives. Even after 10 years after the event, the recovery works are still ongoing, and most of infrastructure recovery were completed, but it will take much longer for the economic and social recovery. We must keep in mind the importance of preparedness, such as knowing and understanding hazard risks, increasing knowledge how to take a proper response action, and having a discussion and seminars on hazard risks and disaster risk reduction efforts with all the stakeholders. You cannot rely on others to protect yourself and your family, and you are the one who can decide what kind of action you take. Lastly, I would like to thank Disaster Preparedness and Prevention Center, DPPC, for inviting me to send this message at this very important occasion. Thank you very much.